health. With holiday break from school underway, experts say now is a good time to support your children's mental health.
The holidays can be a magical and fun time for families, but it can also get pretty stressful, for kids included. Eddie Carrillo, a licensed mental health specialist at Sherwood High School, joins us live this morning with some tips for parents how to help their kids handle some of that stress. Eddie, good morning and happy holidays.
Hey, happy holidays. Good morning to you both. Thanks for having me on.
Well, let's talk about this. The holiday break can be a good time for families to spend a little more time together at home. It can also be a tough time for kids. What can parents do right now to keep an eye on their children's mental health?
Yeah, I think there's a good opportunity. You get to see your kids more often, right? Once school starts, kids are in school 8, 9 hours a day, 5 days a week, 190 days a year. There's an opportunity just to see how they're behaving at home. If you're at home with them more often, how do they react to stressors at home? Do you notice if they're isolating or not? Are they eating enough? I think that's a big one that parents don't always get to notice because kids are at school sometimes for breakfast and lunch. So kids don't get to notice or parents don't get to notice if their kids are eating enough. Really just a good opportunity to spend some more time with them. It doesn't always have to be 100% focused on checking in on their mental health, but I think getting to spend more time around your kids just gives you a chance to see how do they behave? How are they acting? It's been about 4 or 5 months since they started school, so that things could change for them. Their behaviors could be different. Just an opportunity to notice those things.
What are some of the stressors during the holiday season? What is it that gets to kids during this time of year?
Yeah, I think one that we don't always pay attention to or notice is if there's someone who struggles with maybe social anxiety or just being in social situations, these potentially larger gatherings with family members that they haven't seen in a while, that can cause a lot of stress. Another stressor is just changes in the routine. Like I've said, they've been in school for a good chunk of time already. It was already probably difficult for them to get back in the routine of being back in school. Then you take that away for about 2 weeks. There's not a whole lot of schedule. The routine's kind of gone. Their sleep patterns can change. They could sleep in a lot. Those things can cause additional stressors. Things like seasonal affective disorder. We're right towards the end of December. It feels pretty dark in the morning when we wake up. It gets dark pretty early. Seasonal affective disorder is very real, especially in the Pacific Northwest. And then again, with lack of structure, lack of routine, if we have a kid or teen who has something like ADHD, that lack of structure can be really difficult for them to manage. And then they do that for about 2 weeks, and then they go back to school. And it's almost like starting over. They got to build up that routine again, build up that resiliency to changing.
Talk about changes in routine to the Portland public school system. You know, seeing that month-long teacher strike, kids have been in and out of school all fall long, it feels like. So I know you mentioned not every conversation has to be specifically checking in on how they're doing and mental health and things like that. But how can parents have some of those conversations? Do you have any advice for starting conversations on those topics?
Yeah, I think focusing on the child and the teen's needs, asking them what do they need, what would be helpful for them, what are they looking for. I think a lot of our kids and teens don't get asked that directly often enough. So being able to be that person for them, to ask them, like, what do you need? What have you been struggling with? Is there anything that I, as the parent or caregiver, can do differently? What are you looking for? What can I do to make things easier and more manageable for you? I think when I meet with teens in my office a lot, bringing up those things, what can make things a little easier and what can make things a little more manageable, instantly a lot of kids will light up and be like, oh, well, if I just had this, that would make it a lot easier. If I just had a little extra time on this, or if I could get help writing a certain email, getting advocacy for me, it makes things easier. Being able to have those conversations with kids, I think it takes a lot of pressure off of them. They like to keep things to themselves. They don't want to feel like they're a burden on other people. So if we can take that opportunity to take the burden off of them, I think that helps them out a ton.
Yeah, we've only got a few seconds left, but I want to ask you about the Millennial Mental Health Channel. Tell us about that briefly, and how can people access it?
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a podcast with me and my good friend, co-host, Dr. Justin Romano. He's a board-certified child and adolescent psychiatrist. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. We talk about all things mental health. We try to make the information as easy and digestible as possible. We did a recent episode on the different types of therapy modalities. If you're interested in it, if you're someone who's looking to find a therapist, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're there. So we hope you guys check us out.
Okay, parents can give it a listen and then use that as a conversation starter too. Hey, I checked out this new podcast. You might want to give it a listen. Eddie, we appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you both. Take care.
And for more mental health advice, again, check out Eddie's podcast, Millennial Mental Health Channel. Find it on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And don't forget to take a little break sometimes. The holidays can be stressful for everybody, kids included.
Absolutely. Time now is